presented by Sprite, the 2K pregame show.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal on 2K Sports, and the NBA season is about to begin. Tonight we'll see the Miami Heat playing against the Washington Wizards. Taking a look at the Wizards, game one of their season on the road. It probably doesn't change their approach or their goal of getting that first win right away, but it does make things a little more difficult. Well, with LeBron James gone, it's to say the least, Shaq, a new look for the Miami Heat. Where do they get their wins now?
Well, first of all, the Heat will need to find someone else to distribute the ball, and now they will need a whole lot more from Wade and Bosh.
Defensively, still a solid team, or when you lose LeBron James, I mean, he's a great defensive player.
Yeah, they can lean on the fact that they're still a solid team. You know, they just have to be a little bit quicker with their rotations, and Chris Bosh has to really become Kevin Love-style rebounder.
Are they still a playoff team in the East?
Yes, they're still a playoff team in the East. The East is not that loaded, but without LeBron, that's a big miss.
Are they a championship contender? Oh, maybe we're having microphone problems. Are they a championship contender?
That means no, Ernie. I just didn't want to say it.
Your nonverbal communication needs work. Here's Kevin Harlan.
And now your Miami Heat starting lineup. Starting at power forward, 6 feet 10 inches, number 4, Josh McRoberts. Number 15, Mario Chalmers. At the other forward position, at 6 foot 9 inches, number 9, Luol Deng. Number 1, Chris Bosh. And number 3, Spoelstra is your head coach.
Welcome, everybody, to the day we've all been looking forward to. The start of a new NBA season on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, and joining me to provide the analysis for what's sure to be another exciting year, Steve Kerr, the sharpshooter, and Clark Kellogg. And so off the tip, it's Washington's ball. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So the Wizards 5 right now. Wall and Beal together in the backcourt. Pierce and Nene filling up the forward spots, and it's Gortat in at the 5.
Well, you saw it a little at the back of his rookie year, and he continued it last season. Brad Beal, he's going to be a dynamic scoring guard in this league.
And here's Wall. Pass to Pierce. Right side, Pierce. Back to Wall. Bosh grabs the miss. Wizards on D. This game against Miami here, their first look at the Heat.
Well, we saw how competitive and entertaining the season series was between these two teams last year. That was fun to watch.
Here is McRoberts. Chalmers dishes to McRoberts. Chalmers passes to McRoberts. 4 on the shot clock. The wing jumper off target.
Well, they'll give him that shot. He doesn't have the most reliable jump shot in the world. We know that.
And Wall kicks to Gortat. Wall against Chalmers. Wall passes to Pierce. It's Wall with the drive. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Wall's got the first points up on the board tonight here for the Wizards. And they match up really well.
Kevin, they really do. Sometimes it comes down to the X factor when these two teams play. And really, it could go either way. They're that evenly matched.
Now, here's Chalmers. Bosch kicks to McRoberts. Dishes it to Chalmers. Fires from the line. McRoberts' shot is good.
That's a nice job of getting the ball in the paint and burying the shot. That's exactly how it's done.
The Wizards have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Wall dishes to Gortat. Wall against Chalmers. It's Wall with the drive. He got right to the cup using that screen.
And they'd love to have a few more easy baskets like that to kind of set the tone for the rest of the game.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Bosch, a screen on Pierce. Here's Dang. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. For Washington, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Outside, Wall. Gortat with a screen on Chalmers. There's Beal with the 3, and the shot is good. Beal's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
And Chalmers kicks to Wade. And that comes off the assist by Mario Chalmers.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, I think that could really set things up well the rest of the game. Pound the ball inside and let your perimeter players play off your bigs.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Pass to Wade. Bosch sets the pick for Wade. Dang gets a wide open look. Connects from three-point range. Dang's got 5 points so far.
Right there, we saw Bosch opened up space for the shooter. Well done.
Well, if you remember early in Eric Spoelstra's head coaching career, when he was new and the big 3 were assembled, there were some people questioning Spoelstra's command, maybe even within the team. Those questions are long gone now. He has become an excellent head coach.
Good. The Heat trail by 3. Inside. That's good from Wade on the assist by Chalmers. Wade's got his second basket of the night.
Late reaction from the defense, and he's always going to make good on that.
It's Wall with the drive. It's Beal on the wing. Shot clock at 6. That is good. Beal's got 8 points.
How nice was that? Bradley Beal, I tell you, textbook shooting form, that thing is on fire.
Outside Dang. Wade outside. Off target from outside. Wizards leading by 3. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Randy Whitman gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. A big factor in today's game, he said, is how they are able to handle Chris Bosch. He said often in games, Bosch is the X factor with his ability to gather rebounds and finish off chances inside. In order to keep him from dominating the fight on the glass, they'll have to match his intensity every step of the way. Guys?
Thanks a lot, Doris. Now, Dang. Following the three-point attempt by Pierce. And Dang, here we go. And there's another one for the Heat.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash-mouth basketball, guys.
Love it. Old school. Just physical play in the paint. Dominate.
So timeout called here. The first for Washington.
And look here at the Heat, how they ranked in the NBA last season. First in shooting percentage. Second in steals. And they also showed up in the top 5 in opponents' points per game. It's obvious the hard work this team has put into being good defensively has paid off.
And Clark, the key number that you just talked about to me is field goal percentage. I mean, when you're the best in the league shooting the basketball, it's a clear sign that you have an unselfish team and a clear plan of attack. That club, very impressive with their offensive efficiency.
The Wizards with the lead. And Wall kicks to Pierce. Nene with the screen on Bosch. Back to Pierce from outside the arc. No good.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
No, that's for sure, because this guy's too good of a shooter to miss that look consistently.
Chalmers with it. He's picked up by Wall. Bosch passes to Wade. 5 on the clock. Beal with the steal. It's Pierce on the wing. Comes up empty down low.
Got a pretty good look at the basket, but defensively they did a nice job rotating, forcing the miss. Josh McRoberts is a pretty unique player. 6'10" power forward who's an outstanding passer and quality shooter from range. But he's not without weaknesses. He could be a better rebounder and maybe a better defender for a player with his size and athleticism.
Here is Wall. After the Heat pick up 2. Nene setting the pick for Wall. It's Pierce on the wing. Back to Wall. 6 to shoot. Miami grabs the miss.
And McRoberts' rebounding rate has declined every season in the NBA, and that's 6 straight seasons. To a rate last season that's unacceptable for a guy of his size. I mean, he's got to find a way to make a bigger impact on the glass.
And they call an illegal screen here.
And we get a chance to check out the story on Luol Deng. Last year, getting it done. He averaged about 16 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And some pretty good numbers, I think, guys, when you look overall at his contributions.
Yeah, and he's always looking to raise his game, and that's what you see in his consistency. One of the important characteristics that he brings to the table.
Now here's Wall. He has 6, and that one's good. Wall's got 8 points. And McRoberts, a starter in his time in Charlotte. His shooting provided spacing for locker room presence Big Al Jefferson to operate inside. Signed by the Miami Heat this offseason, but just before LeBron's decision.
And Kevin, his game certainly would have been a compliment to LeBron, but any team can use a big man who can pass and shoot. And with his athleticism, he still has some upside.
I agree. And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Dewan Blair, he's checked in for Gortat. Humphries comes in for Nene. Otto Porter Jr., he's checked in for Pierce. And Miller's subbed in for John Wall. Here's Cole. He dishes it to Haslam. Granger, a screen on Humphries. Napier kicks to Granger, takes a 3, and he gets it to go. And the Heat lead by 2.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
Miller outside. It's Beal on the wing. Miller dishes to Humphries. Now here's Beal. 8 points for him. And it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Not much the defense can do once he gets to the bucket.
Well, the Wizards very high on their young, athletic backcourt of John Wall and Bradley Beal. Both so young and lively, they can run the floor and score. I get the feeling they feel like the backcourt is really the foundation for this franchise moving forward.
And Beal with his great outside shooting, a nice compliment to John Wall.
You know, you watch Wall, how much he's improved as a shooter, but he's best really attacking off the dribble. With Beal spacing the floor, I think they make a nice 1-2 punch.
Now here's Porter, following the miss by Danny Granger. Blair, the screen. Beal, the pass to Blair. Just 5 to shoot. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Andre Miller does a lot of things well on the floor, but he's not really a long-range shooter, so he needs the ball in his hands to be effective in your offense.
But Andre Miller's such a great passer. You want the ball in his hands.
Yeah, he's a really good decision maker. Perhaps one of the best lob passers we've had in the league in a long time. And he is truly a point guard. Thinks and feels the game as a quarterback. You know, last season was a difficult one for Andre Miller. A blow-up between him and the Denver Nuggets coach Brian Shaw after Shaw sat him and cut short his consecutive games played streak, which stood at 239 games. And in that fallout, Miller sat out a month and a half of the season before moving on.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And Miller ending up with the Wizards at the trade deadline. A big upgrade for them at the backup point guard position. Even at 38 years of age, Miller, with that old man game, still pretty effective.
And Haslam kicks to Granger. Pass to Haslam. Here's Napier. Shot denied. Left side, Miller. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3. And you talk about that consecutive game streak for Miller. Remarkably durable.
Yeah, you know, he went over a decade without having a missed game due to injury, Kevin. He's got a ground-bound game. That serves you well when you're talking about durability because you're not putting as much pressure on your body from high rising and coming down.
That free throw good from Miller. The Wizards making the playoffs last season for the first time in the last 6 years, playing around 500 basketball. Steve, what's the upside for this team in your opinion?
Well, their depth and history of injuries have to be a concern, Kevin. I mean, in the East, they'll remain a playoff team, but a contender for the title, I don't know. Boy, has there been any defense played yet in this game?
Nope, this game has been all about rapid-fire offense early.
Porter with the screen for Miller. The pass to Beal. Kicks to Humphries. The feed to Miller. From deep three-point range, the shot is off. And that does it for the first quarter. Washington out in front, up by 4. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter.
Bring your costume. It's Halloween in the NBA. Tim Duncan and the San Antonio Spurs hit the road for a duel with the Phoenix Suns this Friday. Don't miss it.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. Haslam's out there with Anderson. Then it's Norris Cole. Then there's Danny Granger. And it's Napier in at the 2 guard. That's the group in the game for the Heat. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
And a look here at the Wizards, how they ranked in the NBA last season. First in opponent points per game. Second in opponent field goal percentage. And they were in the top 10 in team blocks. Not elite level, but pretty good nonetheless.
And when you factor in the few points allowed, number 1 in the league, in fact, in that category. That just shows how good this team is, because when you get after it defensively on a nightly basis, you're going to put together consistent winning streaks, and that's what this club did.
That one is off.
Well, Danny Granger in his prime, a 25-point-per-game scorer and an all-star, but knee troubles have conspired to hold him back over the last couple of seasons. Still an effective role player, but just not the star that he once was.
Good on the second free throw.
And you recall back in 2005, Danny Granger slipped to 17th on draft night because of concerns about his knee. He made it 7 seasons before that became a hindrance. Now he's trying to overcome it in the latter stages of his career.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
And Cole kicks to Napier. He feeds it to Cole. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Haslam a screen, pass to Napier. Lock at 6. Here's Anderson, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And there's the call on Washington with the foul. And Granger, one time the franchise player for the Pacers, but with their cap situation, Steve, the writing was on the wall.
Well, a new team and a new situation, and when healthy, Danny Granger is still an impact player. Really, at this stage of his career, though, he's best served in a reserve role.
And that one misses.
Well, 2 seasons ago, the Heat were rolling. They won a franchise record 66 games. 27 of those came consecutively. Last season, they managed the regular season. They knew they had to pace themselves in an effort to try to win a 3rd straight championship.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Chris Bosh is checked in for Haslam. Dang comes in for Danny Granger. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Napier. And last season, I'd say, guys, the Heat more or less just conceded that #1 seed to the Pacers.
Yeah, almost like a marathon runner. They just didn't want to burn out early, so they just kind of found their pace throughout the season. And they weren't worried too much about the home seed. They were concerned more with their own health. And I thought Eric Spoelstra handled all of those dynamics perfectly.
And Miami has possession, following the miss by John Wall. And Cole kicks to Dang. Dang double-teamed.
That's a jump ball.
And the Wizards with possession. Washington leading now by 3. Outside, Wall. He kicks it to Miller. Feeds it to Humphries. That's in, coming off an assist from Miller.
Seems like they're on their heels every time defensively because the ball continues to go into the post.
Well, if they don't pick up the aggression, things are only going to get worse.
Now here's Wade. Left side, Dang. Back to Wade. The dish to Dang. Clock at 6. Miller against Wade. Here's Bosh, and the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
This game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding is one thing that they've been able to dominate.
Yeah, they've chased down that pumpkin often.
Now here's Wall. 8 points for him. Miller kicks to Humphries. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Can't get it to go. Wade dishes to Cole. Just his first attempt. Here's Bosh, and the layup's good off the glass. And it's now only a 1-point Wizards lead.
That putback's about as easy as it's going to get. You have to put a body on someone down there.
Well, no box out. That's the result you get right there.
Now here's Wall. Baseline J on the way. Here's Nene, and he converts the layup. Nene's got his first points in this one.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Nice work there coming off the screen. And it's 9 points for Luol Deng.
He had a whole lot of space to get that shot off.
Yeah, I don't think the defender did a good job there of getting over the top of the screen.
Wall draws the double. Porter in the corner. Outside, Wall. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Wall's got 10 points.
His shooting's been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons his team is up in this game.
And it's Wade penetrating. Left side, Anderson. Cole the pass to Wade. This one for three, and there's Deng. That's good on the assist by Wade. That's 12 points for Luol Deng.
You know, defensively, you cannot forget about him. He gave him a wide open look there.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. Well, the way Wade played early on his career, guys, how aggressively he attacked the rim and sacrificed his body, you knew that kind of play style would not last. And so, Steve, it looks like maybe he's adjusted.
Yeah, I would agree with that, Kevin. He's become more cerebral. He's also, you know, in terms of attacking the rim, doesn't happen as frequently, but he picks his spots.
Josh McRoberts has checked in for Miami. Chalmers comes in for Norris Cole. The Wizards also changing it up. Gortat has come in for Chris Humphries. And it's Pierce in for Porter. And it's Pierce in the corner. And Wall kicks to Miller. Wall up top, defended by Chalmers. And another miss by Washington.
And with Wade still getting to the hoop, you know, a lot of it, as you said, comes from his ability to keep defenders guessing with that really remarkable pump fake. I don't know if I've seen a player, certainly in the last 20 years, master the pump fake the way Dwayne Wade has. It's hard not to go for it.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, guys, as you know, Luol Deng, the glue of the Chicago Bulls, was traded away in his 10th season with the team. Coach Tom Thibodeau thanked him for everything he'd done, saying, quote, "You couldn't ask anything more of a player. Practice hard, be a great leader, play for the team, be selfless. Whatever I asked him to do, he did. He embodied what we stand for." Quite a compliment, Kevin.
He'll be missed in Chicago. Thanks, Doris. And the shot's good from Nene.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
And Wade really has one of the best pump fakes in the game right now. Perhaps one of the best in league history. Defenders keep biting on it, even knowing how he likes to get in the lane. You know, he started out hot, and he's only gotten hotter. He can be in for one of those games.
Outside, Wall. Miller with a screen on Chalmers. Gortat against Bosch. Pierce dishes to Nene. From the baseline. The shot is off. And Miami the other way now. Gortat misses.
Tough D on the inside.
Put up a roadblock, a construction barrel right there. That's what he brings defensively.
And it's out of bounds to the Heat as Miami retains possession. Beal's checked in for Washington.
Checking in for the Wizards, Bradley Beal.
And it's the Heat with the ball. Dishes it to Bosch. No one near him. Gortat with the rebound.
Really high-quality shot there. Just a little off with his release.
That miss right there will definitely leave him shaking his head.
Beal the pass to Wall. Nene setting the pick for Wall. Nene with the screen on Chalmers. Just 5 on the clock. Nene kicks to Wall. The tray. They get the rebound. Gortat and a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Gortat's got his first 2 points of the night.
That rebound and the follow kind of typify what he's all about. Just gritty, determined play.
Now a timeout called by Miami. Marcin Gortat, the Polish hammer. Steve, we like him. I know, the 57th pick back in 2005.
He's just a quality starting center in the NBA. 6'11", center, can score and defend. Really a good pickup for Washington.
Danny Granger, he's checked in for Miami. Napier comes in for Dwayne Wade. And a switcher also for Washington. Blair's checked in. to Chalmers. Pass to Napier. Outside Dang. They set the pick. Off the pick. Pops loose off the pick and hammers it home.
Well, I tell you what, it was the good pick that was set that turned him loose.
And once he got around it, Steve, it was smooth sailing right to the hole.
Well, because of the pick, he had plenty of room. That's why he was able to power down that slam.
And Gortat got his rebounding back up last season. A consistent double-double guy in the middle, and he turned 30 last season. Still very much in the prime of his career.
Maybe that'll get him going here in the second quarter. He already knocked down 2 in the first.
The Heat trail by 3. Here's Chalmers, looking for his first basket still in this one. We've got 1:55 left to play in the first half. Here's Granger. The rebound by Gortat. Gortat's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And Gortat, a strong finisher inside, can shoot out to about 15 feet. He can do a lot worse at the center position. The key for him is just staying healthy.
Now here's Wall. 10 points for him. 6 to shoot. And he goes in for the dunk.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
Those are phenomenal dunks to watch. So much fun.
There it goes. It's in, and the Wizards' lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Chalmers. Wall dishes to Beal. Now, here is Gortat. D right on him. Outside, Wall. Pierce for 3. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Pierce has got the lead up to 6 now for Washington. For Miami, they've gone 8 of 13 in the second quarter. Well above the 50% mark from the field. Granger, a screen on Wall. Chalmers' shot is no good.
Great job defending the hoop there.
So important to have good presence defensively inside.
Right at the free throw line, and that one's good. And it's an 8-point Wizards lead.
Kevin, he's definitely making his presence felt here in the first half. He's been very effective so far.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks, and it's Dang in the corner. The pass to Napier, beyond the arc. And again, Miami with the triple. 15 seconds left to play in the first half. Wall against Chalmers. Wall attacking. Open jump shot off the mark. Second quarter ends in a tight one. Wizards lead by 5. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Dwayne Wade. And Dwayne, do you think the defense will be the focus for the second half?
Well, it is. You know, we got to get more stops, and when we get opportunities to get out of transition, we got to look up and we got to get the ball up. I think right now we're getting rebounds and we're taking a break. We got to go, man. We got a very deep team. We got to use it. So second half, we're going to look to run a little more.
Thank you so much. Back to you guys at the table.
Thanks so much, Doris, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back in there for the start of the third quarter after this break. Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half.
What a performance from Bill here. He's got 16 points, and he's got 9 points from behind the arc.
Yeah, that's been an important part of his game today. He's made his open looks.
So on the floor for Washington, Wall and Beal together in the backcourt. Nene down low with Gortat. And it's Pierce in at the 3 spot.
Well, Mario Chalmers, coming into last season, made a bet with Ray Allen about how much each could slim down and get in peak shape. Seemed to pay dividends for Chalmers in particular, who had probably the best season of his NBA career.
And Chalmers really not the quickest point guard in the league, but he has active hands defensively and pretty good feet. Those takeaways help get the Heat out in the open court, which certainly plays to their strengths.
And Chalmers, more of a role player for the Heat. Not a huge playmaker, Steve, but he can knock down open threes.
Yeah, he's an efficient scorer, and his passing has gotten better over the last couple of seasons. He's a perfect role player for Miami because he can guard opposing point guards extremely well and then slide off the ball when Wade has it.
And so Chalmers nails both of them.
Well, you look at the Wizards, they've got an interesting mix of younger players and veterans, and they had tried to build their team with younger players, but a lack of leadership and maturity and professionalism led them to make some trades for more veteran presence, and you need a nice blend if you're going to win at a consistent level and get to the playoffs, and the Wizards got all the way to the second round as a result.
The Heat trail by 5. From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, Kevin, the Miami Heat, top 2 in the league in offensive efficiency over the last 2 years. Coach Spoelstra has said they learned a lot from their 2011 finals loss, saying it was essential for us to utilize more movement, especially off the ball, and to move the ball more. Less isolation. We coined it pace and space. Guys, that hasn't changed.
Even without LeBron, Doris, they have personnel to score. Thanks. Now Beal, after Dwayne Wade's three-pointer that didn't go. The Wizards working the ball around now. And the basket by Pierce. And for a Wizards team that has mixed results in the draft, trading for proven veterans, Steve, certainly makes some sense.
Yeah, but it may also limit their upside. I mean, that's the trade-off with a solid veteran front line and a young developing backcourt. Have to see if they can continue to climb in the East.
And here is Chalmers, following the three-pointer by Paul Pierce. Clock at 4. 13 feet away. There it goes. It's in, and the Wizards' lead is cut down to 6, and the bucket from Wade.
That mid-range jumper, just another one of his weapons.
Wall passes to Beal. Wall against Chalmers. It's Wall with the drive. And Beal kicks to Pierce. Another one falls for Washington.
They've been good on all 3 of their shots since coming out of the locker room at the break.
Miami's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Chalmers dishes to Wade. Kicks it to McRoberts. Beal against Wood. The feed to McRoberts. Outside down. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Here's McRoberts. Misses the 3.
Still a bit chilly from the field at the start of this third quarter. 1 of 4 so far.
Gortat with a screen on Chalmers. Nene, the screen. Here's Beal, and that's a foul called on Bradley Beal. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, you've got to be in control when you go to the rack, Kevin. You can't just run guys over.
Cole's checked in for the Heat. The Heat trail by 8. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Had a chance to check out some numbers for Dwayne Wade. Very nice season for him last year. Last season put up about 19 points a game, 4 assists, and 4 rebounds. And he led the charge when it came to scoring for them, number 1 on the team.
And not easy to do that when teams would start to key on him defensively.
Here is McRoberts, guarded by Nene. The 11-footer, that one's good, and the Washington lead is cut down to just 6 points, and the bucket from McRoberts. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Washington calls timeout.
Well, he looks like he wants to toy around with some of their sets and matchups here.
You know, I don't think you can afford to go through a whole game doing the same thing over and over, and you have to be able to adjust on the fly, just like he's doing here.
And the Heat making a change here. Anderson's checked in. With a break in the action, here is the 2K leaderboard to show us the league's best shooting teams last season. Number 1, the Heat.
Now, they were a remarkably efficient offense, and I thought they just did a nice job of finding the open man time and again. No selfishness on that team.
And Washington has possession. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Nene, the pass to Beal. Back to Nene. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
The Heat trail by 8. Here's Cole. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. He dishes it to Bosch. Wade on the wing. Bosch kicks to Wade. On the money with the open jumper. Wade's got 8 points. Wizards leading by 6. Outside, Wall. Nene setting the pick for Wall. Pierce with a wide open look. From outside, off the mark.
Can't connect there, but still a red-hot start to the half, hitting 4 of their first 5 field goal attempts.
Wade against Pierce. Here's Bosch, and he uses the glass on the layup. Now just a 4-point Wizards lead.
You know, when he's in that tight with that kind of height advantage over the defender, that's going to be a pretty easy play for him.
Now here's Wall. T right on him, and that one's good. Wall's got 14.
It was almost like he was surprised to be that wide open, yet he knocked it down.
Miami has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half.
John Wall is 6'4", with a 39-inch vertical leap and long arms to boot, is an elite physical specimen when it comes to the point guard position.
Washington leading now by 6. Beal dishes the Wall. He wants to get it to Nene and does. And it's Wade with the rebound.
Really good work defensively. This coach has to be happy with his team.
Yeah, forcing that miss right there, great effort.
Washington's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's the pass to Nene. He feeds it to Wall. Wizards passing it around. Beal with it. He's picked up by Dang. And that one's good.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Now a timeout called by Miami.
For a lot of players, leading comes naturally, but for John Wall and the Wizards, his teammates had to goad it out of him in order for him to start leading the way. When he did embrace that role, it did wonders for the franchise.
Udonis Haslem, he's checked in for Chris Bosh. And then for Washington, Chris Humphries has checked in for Gortat. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Nene. And Miller's subbed in for John Wall. Now here is Haslem. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Wade on the wing. Pass to Deng. He kicks to Cole. Here's the teardrop. That's good. Cole's got his first points in this one.
As far as Wall leadership, seemingly been hesitant to lead his first few years in the league, but it's become more prominent the last few years as he's gained more confidence and he's grown more comfortable in his role. Great assist there, led him to the perfect spot.
The Heat trail by 8. Feeds it to Wade. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Wade's got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Well, that's important because this game, I think, is going to be decided by who controls the paint in crunch time.
Now, here is Miller. 7 points in the game. And Beal kicks to Humphries. The dish now to Beal. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the dunk by Humphries.
Boy, the big fella's showing us a little explosiveness for a change.
Well, maybe Clark is working on his dunk skills because he looked perfectly at home right there.
Now, sometimes he can clang those, so glad to see him get that one down.
Deng can't get it to go. John Wall certainly seems to have the respect of his team, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. As a young guy who's running the point guard position, his teammates have great confidence in him as a leader, and you could see that in his growth this past season.
Shots good by Miller.
Nice pass there to set that bucket up.
Yeah, guys, and that's 10 of their last 12 points now coming off of assists.
Haslam, a screen on Miller. Dishes it to Haslam. Wade passes to Haslam. Kicks it to Cole. Lets it go from deep. That's good. Cole's got 5 points so far.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
There's 1:38 left to play in the third. Beal from long range. It's hauled in by the Heat. And they're off to Philadelphia after this game as they'll take on the 76ers. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Haslam. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, man, he's got so much power.
Miller outside. Porter dishes to Pierce. Pass to Porter. Back to Pierce. And the Wizards getting another bucket right there.
He's been a different guy in the second half, guys. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
Here's Cole. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Norris Cole played his college ball at Cleveland State, but was a state champion at Dayton Dunbar High School. He's a quick scoring guard who the Heat bring in off the bench, not only to push the tempo offensively, but to provide some real havoc defensively.
And Norris Cole, Steve, more a scoring guard than a playmaker.
Yeah, he picks his spots, Kevin. You know, still searching for that efficiency offensively that would put him over the top, but really found a niche for himself alongside Wade in Miami.
A different look for Miami. Josh McRoberts has checked in for Anderson. Granger comes in for Luol Deng. And it's Napier in for Dwayne Wade. And a change for the Wizards. DeJuan Blair, he's checked in for Pierce. And the second free throw, good.
The Heat showed no mercy against the rest of the Eastern Conference and really overwhelmed a lot of teams with their offensive punch, particularly if they were defending well, because that allowed them to get out into the open court.
Porter kicks to Humphries. Porter against Granger. It's hauled in by the Heat. Granger's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Cole. He's guarded by Blair. And Haslam kicks to Cole. A 3-pointer, no good. Now Miller. 9 points in the game so far. Passes it to Blair. Good. And Miller gets the assist. And the Wizards lead by 8. Here's Napier. The shot no good. And we've reached the end of the third. Wizards out front, up 8. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena.
Tune in for a scary night of basketball. Halloween in the NBA. LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers take on Derrick Rose and the Chicago Bulls. This Friday, 7 p.m. Central. Don't miss it.
Here's Wall. McRoberts at the 4 with Bosch at center. Napier is out there with Chalmers. And it's Granger in at the small forward position. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Now here's Nene. Misses off the left iron.
Good percentage shot, though. That's one they'll take any day of the week.
Chalmers passes to McRoberts. The feed to Bosch. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Bosch, a screen on Beal. Back to Bosch. Jacks up a 3. And the rebound goes to Nene. Nene's got 6 rebounds in the game. Outside, Wall. Nene setting the pick for Wall. Blair, a screen on Granger. Shot clock at 6. Wall, that's good.
Might as well just take it into his own hands and make that big lead even bigger.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Chalmers against Wall. Napier kicks to Chalmers. Now the pass to Napier. He dishes it to Bosch. Pass to Napier. From 17 feet out. Good, and it's Bosch picking up the assist.
Boy, the deeper we get into this game, the more offense we're seeing.
And that goes for both teams, Steve. Everybody firing on all cylinders right now.
Here's Wall, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Chris Bosch, in some ways, has been the overlooked, underrated member of the Big Three in Miami, but extremely valuable. A nice complementary scorer and understated defensively. But with LeBron gone now, he becomes more of a focal point offensively.
And Chris Bosch posted up a lot more, it seemed, to Clark in Toronto and Miami. He'd become primarily a face-up threat.
And I think that's where he's most comfortable, Kevin. More of a slender build. He takes advantage of his quickness more than his strength, so facing up is really where he's been most effective.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Gortat has come in for DeJuan Blair, and it's Pierce in for Porter. And so John Wall nails both of them. For the past few seasons, the Wizards have been making trades almost every season, but they stuck with their roster last year, and Clark, it paid off.
It sure did, Kevin. You could see how they continued to grow into a really tight-knit, cohesive group over the season, and that always makes a difference.
Now, here's Chalmers. Just 5 to shoot. Here's McRoberts. Beal pulls it in. Beal's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Nene, right side. He feeds it to Beal. He kicks it to Gortat. On target from 13 feet. And the Wizards lead by 12.
And some stability for this franchise, which had seen some ups and downs over the past few years. Nice to have a foundation for the Wizards to build off of.
And the Heat call time here.
And if you look at how Washington has set themselves up, the Wizards should be in a good place for a long time. I mean, they only have to make some minor adjustments to the roster as they have the major pieces in place, particularly that backcourt. John Wall, Bradley Beal, that's a keeper of a backcourt for a long time.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Deng comes in for Danny Granger. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Napier. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Eric Spoelstra was saying to his team. He was not happy with their play to this point, telling them we're getting out hustled, plain and simple. There's still time, but we've got to dial up our effort. Kevin, we'll see if they have enough to get it done.
Lets a floater go. That's good from Paul Pierce on the assist by Wall. Wall's got 5 assists tonight. The Heat trail by 14. Wade outside. Feeds it to Chalmers. Back to Wade. Bosch against Gortat. Shot from the wing. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
That's just run-of-the-mill for him. A typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
Beal dishes the Wall. It's Beal on the wing. Kicks it to Gortat. And it's sent back by Bosch. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. And the basket by Wade.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
Washington calls timeout. And with the fourth quarter push coming up here, the coach going over the game plan, and these players rehydrating themselves with Gatorade, recharging their bodies, refocusing their minds, and getting that strategy down to close out the game. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Wall with it. And it's sent back by Bosch. Dang passes to Chalmers. That one's good, and the Wizards' lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Wade.
This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
And he gets the bucket. And it's now 22 points here for Beal.
Had so much space there, and the defense really not showing him the respect. You could see his eyes get wide.
Bosch heads the pick for Chalmers. Wade with it. Now Beal defending. Tries to save it, and that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession.
He had no choice but to lunge for that pass to stop it from getting through.
Well, that was a good job. It could have been a quick bucket if he doesn't knock it out of bounds there.
And it's the Heat with the ball. It's a 10-point game, and that one's good. 18 points for Luol Deng.
Yeah, he's been the key cog in their offense with the way he shot the ball.
His percentage today, beyond impressive. Certainly not his fault the score is what it is.
Now here's Wall. The kick out to Pierce. To the wing right side. Here's Nene. And it's Miami with the rebound. Bosch has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. And Chalmers kicks to Wade. The rebound by Pierce.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
Wall attacking. The Wizards working the ball around now. Pierce dishes to Wall. High, arcing shot. Second chance shot. And there's the nice layup by Gortat.
They have to box out better than that. I mean, that putback is just another example of the difference between these two teams today.
And Chalmers kicks to Wade. Back to Chalmers. Launches a 3. The shot's good on the assist by Wade. Wade's got his 5th assist in this one. Wall against Chalmers. And Wall. Here we go now. And the shot is good. Wall's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, this is what he does. He's shooting it well. He's scoring a lot of their points, getting them in front.
And here is Chalmers. To the paint. There it goes. It's in, and the Wizards' lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Wade.
I wasn't so sure he could get it turned around after that poor first half, but he's got it rolling here a little bit in the second.
Now here's Wall. Nene with the screen on Chalmers. And again, John Wall. Wall's got 22 points.
How about that? Gets it off right in the face of the big fella. Quick release.
And operating on the perimeter like that negates some of the height disadvantage, too.
Here's Chalmers. On the wing, Deng. Inside to Bosch. The shot is off. Some solid defense there by Nene. Washington leading now by 9. Pierce inside the three-point line. And Washington again with the bucket.
Well, after all those struggles in the first half, he has really picked it up here in the second.
Timeout called the Heat.
Well, just too many easy buckets, in and around the paint. So he wants to put a stop to it. This timeout is going to be used to try to tighten up the defense.
Guys at this level, they won't miss often if you keep giving up looks inside, and they're paying for that right now. Good timeout here.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address his team. He told the team he wanted their offense to run through Bosch. Coach is calling on him to play a big role in the offense for the rest of this game, to really be one of the key guys for them down the stretch. He mentioned one more thing, which was that he'd like them to get out and run whenever they get their hands on the ball. Let's play this game at top speed. Those were his exact words. With the minutes ticking down and the deficit still a big one, those adjustments have to be a chance worth taking, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris. Here's Pierce, following the basket by Chris Bosch. And Wall kicks to Beal. There's the dish to Nene. Pass to Gortat. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. It's on Chris Bosh.
Great job. Taking it right at the defense. I like the aggressiveness.
Yeah, he left him no choice but to foul there.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Washington.
Well, they're getting into the paint with their penetration, and it's really been key for this club.
Another thing they've done tonight is work the ball into the paint for plenty of those close-range points. You got to have those.
Both free throws, good from Gortat.
Slowing down Gortat, no easy feat. He's got 8 points, and he's added a steal to his stat line also.
Now, that's obviously not a big number, but he's been doing some valuable defensive work for them.
Now, here's Chalmers. And here's Bosh for three. Good, and it's Chalmers with the assist that time. Chalmers has got his 7th assist here tonight. Clark, if they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Amen. I think that's the best option.
Beal, the pass to Wall. Dishes to Gortat. It's deflected. Using his post move to get the 2 points. Gortat's got 8 points in the quarter. Now a timeout called by Miami. They're trailing by 10. A minute 42 left in the fourth. Now Wade. Here's Bosh. And he gets it to go. Bosh has got 11 points here in just the second half.
So far, going for more of an inside game here in the second half, and I like that. A little smash mouth basketball, taking it inside.
Gortat with a screen on Wade. Pierce kicks to Beal. 6 on the shot clock. All with it. Wade picks him up. Wall, that's good. Wall's got 24 points.
And as hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan should be simple. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Bosh, that's the pick for Chalmers. To the left wing. It's Bosh with the drive. And that comes off the assist by Mario Chalmers. And that's now 21 points for Chris Bosh. Wizards leading by 8. Now here's Wall. Passes it to Beal. And so here is Miami. Here's Wade, and the foul on Dwayne Wade. That is his first foul of the game.
Great defense. He anticipated the play and got there first.
Yeah, I think he got there in time. Nice play.
Here's Beal. The feed now to Wall. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Baseline jumper, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Miami's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Here's McRoberts. It's good! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
They are killing them with that three-point shot here in the second half.
Well, the defense fully stretched out trying to stop that shot and still not able to get it done.
Third team foul.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Mario Chalmers. That's his second personal foul. Fourth team foul. Shooting for Washington. John Wall. Taking 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Free throws go down and the lead goes up.
Timeout called, the Heat. They're trailing by 7. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
Well, never say never, I guess. They just have no quitting.
And I think you have to respect that attitude and approach. I know most teams would have called it a game already.
There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Napier. Anderson passes to Napier. Here's Cole. Trifecta!
I'll tell you what, they are dialed in from three-point land here in the fourth quarter.
You called that one right, causing some serious harm from long range.
And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Smart foul there. You've got to try to extend the game.
Yeah, it's still close, but they're fighting that clock as much as the score right now.
Taking 2 shots.
And the first of 2, no good, heartbreaker. So it's both teams making substitutions here. He's able to hit the second one, and that puts them up by 5. Here's Wade. It's off. And so Washington takes the win. It was a solid win, Clark.
Yeah, it was, and I think it came down to will more than skill. They went out and got this one.
And that'll do it for this inaugural game of the NBA season. For Doris Burke, Steve Kerr, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying we'll see you next time as we go. Let's take a look at the Jordan Player of the Game, John Wall.